Who governs your mind? Is it you or the thoughts that invade without your consent, the anxiety that paralyzes you, the fear that halts your step, the rage that consumes your spirit? Are they your masters or are you their lord? For millennia, humanity has waged a silent war, the most consequential of all, the war within the self. In the heart of the chaos of the Roman Empire, one man, an emperor, bequeathed to us a battle plan, a map toward true liberation. This is Marcus Aurelius's guide to inner fortress, and today I shall show you how to wield it. Marcus Aurelius was no armchair philosopher. He was the most powerful man in the known world, the Emperor of Rome, ruling a dominion that stretched from Britannia to Egypt. Yet contrary to what one might imagine, his life was not a path of tranquility. He endured brutal wars on the frontiers, political betrayals from his inner circle, the loss of his wife and many of his children, and a devastating plague that claimed millions. Amidst this earthly hell, he did not surrender to despair. Instead, he turned inward. His meditations were never intended for the public eye. They were private exhortations, a mental battle journal written in military tents during hours of solitude and anguish. A survival manual for the soul. Let us begin with the foundation. Marcus Aurelius teaches us that our life is what our thoughts make of it. Reality is not an objective fact, but an internal construct. Two men may experience the same event, a sudden loss of livelihood, for instance. One may see the end of the world, the other the threshold of a new beginning. The event remains unchanged. What differs? The internal narrative. Your mind is a filter. The quality of your existence is directly proportional to the quality of that filter. If you nourish thoughts of scarcity, fear, and victimhood, your life will become their mirror. But if you choose to focus on gratitude, resilience, and the pursuit of solutions, your perception of the world is transfigured. It is not about disregarding adversity, but about mastering how you process it. In a world saturated with noise and clamor, remember, everything we hear is an opinion, not a fact. Everything we see is a perspective, not the truth. Marcus Aurelius warns us against the trap of accepting external voices as absolute dogma. Social media, the news, even daily discourse are rife with judgment and partiality. Learn to question, distinguish the raw event from the interpretation. What is truly happening, and what is merely the layer of judgment that someone, or you yourself, has draped over it. This distinction is the key to remaining unswayed by the currents of public opinion and maintaining mental clarity in a fractured world. And then there is revenge, an emotion so human, so seductive. Yet Marcus Aurelius offers a radical perspective. The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury. Revenge does not liberate, it shackles. It transforms you into the very thing you despise in your aggressor. True victory is not found in striking another down, but in rising above their pettiness. It is the refusal to let another's malice dictate your character, to maintain your integrity, your peace, and your virtue even when the world attempts to pull you into the abyss. That is the revenge that sets you free. Here lies the cornerstone. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. This is the most difficult lesson, yet the most liberating. Marcus Aurelius reminds us that the bulk of our suffering stems from the futile attempt to control the uncontrollable. You cannot govern the weather, the decisions of your superiors, the flow of traffic, or the opinions of the masses. But you possess absolute sovereignty over one thing: your mind. Your reactions, your judgments, your choices. When you anchor your energy within the domain of your control, you cease to squander your spirit on that which you cannot change. It is at this point of clarity that true inner strength is forged. In the 21st century, the dictatorship of the mind manifests in even more insidious forms. Digital platforms bombard us with the lives of others, forcing us to compare our reality with curated, hollow perfections. This breeds anxiety, envy, and the false sense that our lives are insufficient. Modern stress is, in large part, the fruit of our inability to distinguish what we can control from what we cannot. We fret over an uncertain future and the judgments of strangers while neglecting the only ground where we hold power, our own consciousness. How, then, shall you apply this at dawn? I offer you a plan of action, simple yet profound. The Stoic Journal. Dedicate 5 minutes each evening to audit your thoughts and reactions of the day. The thought audit. When a negative impulse arises, demand of it: are you a fact or merely an opinion? Selective indifference. Consciously decide what is worthy of your energy and dismiss the rest as trivial. The premeditation of evils. Do not flee from the thought of hardship. Prepare your mind for it, and realize you are more resilient than you ever dared to imagine. True freedom is not found in doing as one pleases, but in not being a slave to what one feels. Marcus Aurelius showed us that the greatest empire to be conquered is the one within our own minds. If this guide has brought you clarity, join our community. Subscribe and share this wisdom. For the journey toward inner strength is a path we walk together. Until our next reflection.